Okay, so right now we are talking about your RAS, your Reticular Activating System. Basically, the theory that energy flows where attention goes. Okay? So you want to take a look at your own life and really take a look at where your focus is. Okay? And I can guarantee if you're like most guys, your focus is in all the wrong places. Because if your focus wasn't in all the wrong places, you would be having massive success right now. You would be dating tons of beautiful women. You would be living in a big ass house, driving nice ass cars, exotic cars, luxury cars, and you would be far ahead in life. You would be thriving, okay? Because guys who are thriving in life, you will tend to notice that their RAS, their reticular activating system, is focused in all the right places, okay? Because again, energy flows where attention goes, okay? So you have to first identify where your attention is going. And if you're like most guys, your attention is probably, again, in all the wrong places. Your attention is probably focused on all the people in your life that are doing you wrong. That guy in traffic who gave you the finger, caused a little road rage. Your attention is probably on the rude server that you had, or the rude cashier that checked you out at the CVS. Right? Your attention is in all the wrong places, as opposed to where it needs to be, moving your life forward, okay? Becoming a better version of yourself, becoming the best man you possibly can become, and acquiring all of those things that you've always wanted in life, making all of those dreams, hopes, and goals a reality, okay? And if you're like most guys, you have big dreams, right? You want to be larger than life. You want to be above average. You don't want to be average, right? If you want to be average, you're on the wrong channel, son, right? If you want to go above average and you want the bigger things in life, let me tell you, the first thing you need to do is you got to refocus your RAS, your reticular activating system, towards the things that you actually want in life versus the things that you don't want in life, okay? So focus towards the things that you want in life versus the things that you don't want in life. One thing that I did personally that I had for the longest time that I actually need to update is my vision board, okay? So in my tiny apartment that I used to have before I moved into this $1 million home in this $1 million neighborhood, before I had my Range Rover, right? Back when I was struggling financially, I created a vision board, okay? And a vision board is basically exactly what a vision board would look like. Okay? It has photos and even videos of the things that you would want to bring into your life, that you would want to manifest into your life. Okay? And without getting too like woo-woo or, you know, spiritual or anything like that, I'm not talking about law of attraction or any of that nonsense. I don't really believe in that too much. I think a lot of it is just a little too woo-woo, but but you could create a vision board and really put these images in your head and kind of like idealize them in a way where they become part of your reality, okay? Because daily, because you're seeing these images every single day, you will start working towards them. So on my vision board, I literally had the type of cars that I wanted. I literally had the type of house that I wanted. I literally had the type of women that I wanted to bring into my life, right? Even though I was already pretty successful at game and pickup, there was a type of woman that I personally viewed as high caliber and high class that I wanted to bring into my life. And I wanted to stop dating girls who were just like hot and cool, but really they didn't have anything beyond that, right? And sadly enough, most guys will marry girls like that that are just hot and cool, and I don't fault you for doing that, but I wanted something above that, right? So again, there were specific kinds of cars I wanted in my life because I'm a big gearhead, and you know, there are certain cars that I've dreamed about having since childhood, so those were on my vision board. And it wasn't more than a few years before I manifested basically all of this, and I brought this all into my world because I kept seeing these images daily. Kind of subconsciously, I would constantly be working towards acquiring these things, right? Because I was seeing them every single day I woke up, every single night before I went to sleep. I mean, it was right there next to my bed, right? I had my vision board So it was planted firmly in my head to the point where every time I'd make a decision, every time, I woke up in the morning, everything I did, all of my energy was focused on working towards making this a reality. Okay, making these images come true, right? Making it a reality. And you might want to do the same thing, because it's something that really did shift my RAS. It shifted my RAS away from the stress of building my business. It shifted my RAS away from the kind of like the panic from not having a corporate paycheck anymore. And it shifted it towards just bigger and better things, right? Because at the end of the day, your reticular activating system, again, your RAS, will really determine the quality of life that you live, and the quality of experiences that you have, the quality of people that you bring into your life, both male and female, okay? The quality of the relationships that you have with people out there. It will really, really set the tone for all of that. It'll set the frame for all of that. Take some time to really kind of do your own research on this and see where your focus is. Just look at your own life on a daily basis and look at what you're focused on. Because if you're like most guys that I meet out there, your focus is going in all the wrong directions. Okay, it's just going in all the wrong directions, doing all the wrong things. Recently, I was coaching a student, and I get a lot of students like this, by the way. I was coaching a student. He was like, I know that you're great, you're phenomenal to pick up, you meet beautiful women all the time, but I just want to meet one. Just want to meet one beautiful woman who's cool, who's hot, that I could settle down with. Yet, this same guy was constantly talking about how, I've been MGTOW for this long, and I kind of see all women as piranhas, and they just want your money, and they're just gonna use you and manipulate you, and they're all bitches, and they're all cheating whores. And I'm like, okay, look where your RAS is focused. Your RAS is focused on women being cheating whores. They're all bitches. They're all out to get your money. So guess what you're gonna meet out there? That's what you're gonna meet, okay? Because you're manifesting that. That's what's in your head. Right? And I'm not saying I disagree. Right? I'm not saying that a lot of women out there aren't cheating whores and aren't bitches and aren't going to try to take your money. Let's face it, there are a good number out there that are. But you know what? There are a few that aren't. Okay? And you don't hit me with no Walt. I know you guys, no Walt! Right? So what I told this guy is, if you want to meet a beautiful woman who's cool, who's hot, that you connect with, you know what? First thing you got to do, son, you got to shift your RAS. You got to shift your reticular activating system. And you got to start looking for a girl that is like that. And stop fussing and worrying and stressing over the girls that aren't like that. Energy flows where attention goes. Like, if you're focused on all the cheating whores that are piranhas and just scheming bitches out there, that's exactly what you're going to attract. That's what you're going to find. Okay? Because it all starts in your head. You find what you seek, right? That's just a law of human nature. You will find what you seek. And I brought this up before, where I used to date this girl who was like half Latina and half white, right? She looked more white to me. You would never guess this chick was like part Latina, right? Even though she was. But because she was part Latina, and she kind of grew up in an environment where I think it was her mom who was Latina, she experienced some racism, so she put it in her head that everybody's like racist. If this doesn't go your way, it's because of racism. It's because they don't like the color of your skin and blah, blah, blah. Even though this chick, if you saw her, you'd be like, this is a white girl. She literally thought everybody was right. Anytime anything bad happened to her, oh, it's racism, right? And while I was dating her, I literally saw little things happen to her where I could honestly be like, hey, that was sort of racist, right? Even though I don't look for that. I'm like, I could see how it was happening to her, because she would manifest that shit. She would literally, it's so weird. It's almost like on this very spiritual level, because that's where her RAS was focused on, like, hey, everybody's a racist. I saw it play out. It's like these little instances would happen where, whether it's like her Starbucks barista or a parking lot attendant, like these very, very odd coincidences would happen where I could be like, shit, maybe you are experiencing racism, you know? And it's just because she would put that energy out there so much that it would come back to her, right? Because again, the energy you put out into the universe, whether positive or negative, will come back at you times threefold, right? You put out positive energy, that shit will come back to you times threefold. You put out negative energy, that shit will come back to you times threefold, right? Right? I've had people like hate on my channel, try to troll my channel, right? People have done like troll videos on some of my videos, like my older videos and shit. And I really feel sorry for these people. It's like, yeah, okay, you're doing it for clickbait, whatever. I understand that, but you do understand the negative energy you put out there comes back at you times 3, right? Do not tell me that you are not living this dark, toxic, little trolly friggin' life doing like troll videos, trying to build an audience off that. You're just pathetic. If you think you can manipulate the universe into not giving you negative energy for all that negative energy you put out, right? In the case of this Latina girl, who I don't even see as Latina, she looks like a white girl to me. She was like convinced that everybody's racist to some degree, right? Even though I never bought into it. I mean, she was like convinced. And I saw instances where she did experience it. I'm like, that's funny to me, because it was just an example of the thoughts in her own mind playing out in reality, right? So it's like these liberals who put in your head, put in all their followers' head, like liberals, SJWs, Democrats, like, oh, you know, you're a victim. You're a victim. If you're a different skin color and you didn't get this, you're a victim, right? If you're part of this group, LGBTQR, if you're gay, if you're bisexual, transsexual, you're a victim, okay? People are against you, and then they make you feel like you got a target on your back, right? This is why I hate the left, because they really like screw people over. They really do. They screw up people's lives, because especially if you're a child, they put that kind of thinking in your head that you got a target on your back, that you're a victim, everyone's racist. When you grow up, you're really being robbed of your life. You're really being robbed of being the best person you can be and experiencing the best that this world has to offer, because you're growing up with this very toxic thought process, okay? Thought process that everyone's a piece of shit, the world is a piece of shit, and you know what? Maybe I'm a piece of shit, right? This is why I really despise the left. I really, really despise the left, because they really instill in everybody's head that you're a victim. If you were born this color or with this sexual preference, or you're part of this oppressed group, you're a victim. You know, you're a victim. No. Okay, this world doesn't owe you shit, right? No matter what color you are, no matter what sexual preference you are, the world doesn't owe you shit. Is it going to be harder if you are a different skin color? If you are like a tranny or a gay person, whatever? Yeah, absolutely. The world's going to be tougher on you. Sorry to tell you. I mean, there's some people who don't like that shit. Hey, that's the way it goes. Hey, it doesn't matter either if you're like a white dude, right? You're a cisgender male, right? People aren't gonna like you these days either, because they're gonna be like, oh, you got all this white privilege, right? Everybody gets hated on, okay? Some groups more than others. Some groups more than others. Some ethnicities more than others. You know what? Hey, I'm sorry, boo-hoo. Cry me a river, right? I'm sorry. The world is unfair. Oh my gosh, breaking news, news flash, the world is unfair. Right? But what are you going to let your RAS focus on? The world being unfair, or rising above that shit and proving what you're worth? Because at the end of the day, that's what a man does, right? I was born very middle class, somewhat poor. We didn't have any money growing up, right? We couldn't afford things. Both my parents worked 2 jobs when I was a child. I could just remember them never being around. My grandmothers would have to watch us. Everybody in my family was telling me that, you know what? You can't make it in this world. You can't get rich. You're just better off getting a safe job, go to school, get a good education, get good grades, you know, and all that other stuff. And I'm like, why can't I just like start a business? Oh no, that's only for rich people. Well, how do I become one of them? No, you have to know rich people. I was fed this my entire life, right? But you know what? Even as a child, I didn't let that enter my RAS, because I believed in myself, right? Even at a young age, I'm like, I'll show them. I'll find a way. Right? I'll find a way to do it. It's like, no, we're poor. You can't do it if you're poor. I'm like, I'll find a way. I never listened to anybody, right? I never listened to that shit. And because I didn't listen to them, guess what? I surpassed everybody I grew up with. Literally every single person I grew up with. How funny is that? I surpassed every single person I went to high school with. Right? Nobody became more successful than me. There was one guy who actually became pretty successful. Well, 2 guys. One guy became a pilot for an airline. I don't know if you want to call that success, but I mean, yeah, that was pretty cool. He became a pilot, right? And another guy created a tech company where he's making pretty good money, right? And then there was me, who started a pickup business, and I've actually outdone both of them. Even the guy with the tech company, I do higher sales volume than him. Teaching pickup, right? But it all boils back to the fact that I didn't let all those naysayers affect my RAS. I didn't let them determine where or what I would become in life, where I would go in life or what I would become in life. And it's part of being a man. If you got 2 hands, 2 feet, guess what? You could go out there and make something of yourself, son. There's no friggin' target on your back unless you put one on your back. If you put a target on your back and feel like you're a victim, you're gonna walk around with that victim mentality. You know what? And your life is gonna suck balls. Let me tell you that right now. If you have victim mentality, if you're going out there and you're convinced that every single person you come across is a racist, your life is gonna suck balls. Let me tell you that right now. Even that Latina girl who I dated, right? Hot girl. She's had a lot of privilege. She's gotten a lot of things free, literally free, because she's a hot Latina girl. There was this one guy who gave her a Tiffany bracelet. I mean, it was like a $2,500 Tiffany bracelet for free, just because she was hot and he liked her. Dude didn't date her or anything like that, but he just gave her this thing. I mean, and that was just one instance. I mean, she got a lot of shit for free just because she was a hot Latina, but, you know, but all she could see was oppression, victimhood, and everyone's racist. And because she thought that was her reality. That's exactly what she created. And I saw that shit play out. It was so weird. It was so weird because I never bought into that. I'm like, really? You know, I understand some people are, right? But I don't look for that. I mean, just, yes. I mean, some people are. So, well, what can you do, right? It's just like when I go into venues. I know like half the venue, the girls in there are complete bitches. They're complete, you know, they're just mean-spirited and they're going to try to cut you down. I don't really look for them. And if I come across them, so what? My RAS isn't focused on them. It's focused on the cool girls. I go in a venue. I'm not focused on getting rejected. I'm focused on winning. I'm focused on getting the girl. Do I always get the girl? No. Do I get rejected sometimes? Yeah. Do I get blown out hard at times? Of course. Do I let it affect me? No. Do I go to the next venue going, oh my gosh, I got blown out so hard. I just got to go home now. Oh my God. No. I go to the next venue looking for another cool girl. Right? I just keep pushing on because that's what strong men do. We don't cower like little bitches. Okay, so the point of this coaching video is you got to pay attention to where your energy is flowing, okay? Because that is also where your attention is going, right? And if your attention is in all the wrong places, you're just not going to have the energy, okay? You're just not going to have the energy to go after the bigger and better things in life. You just won't. So that's why I'm trying to tell you. You got to focus your RAS, son, right? You got to really create a vision board. That'll help you a lot if you have a vision board, okay? I can't tell you what to put on there. Everybody's vision board is different, right? You got to put the things that are important to you on your vision board, okay? I had a student who was a bit overweight. He's always struggled with his weight. He's always struggled with eating healthy, and he's kind of gone on these kind of yo-yo diets where he'd gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight. But most of the time he'd just be kind of like out of shape, you know, pudgy and just kind of like double chin, and he hated that. He hated that. And I'm like, the reason why you go back and forth is because that's what your RAS is focused on. Your RAS is focused on losing weight temporarily and then binge eating. And you just go in this repetitive cycle of self-destruction. So he created, on his vision board, he didn't have cars or houses or anything like that. On his vision board, he had guys with the body that he wanted. Guys that were like his body type, his shape, even his ethnicity, right? He was Hispanic. Even his ethnicity with the type of body that he wanted. I mean, a lot of these guys weren't like shredded or ripped. They just had like swimmers' bodies, right? Like a runner's body. They were nice and cut. They weren't like male model worthy or anything like that. They were just above average, right? They had a nice lean cut to them. Nice, like just like mean and lean. That's the type of body he wanted. So he put that on his vision board. He put the type of foods that these guys would eat on his vision board, which no surprise were, you know, pretty much clean foods, right? Low carb foods, kale, spinach, eggs, steak, beef. There wasn't like cookies on his vision board, or cake or pastries or donuts or anything like that, or carbohydrates or starches or white flour, and nothing like that, okay? White floury foods. Instead, it was clean foods and guys with healthy bodies, with that swimmer slash runner's body. And literally within less than 6 months, guess what? He achieved that body, and he kept that vision board up so he could sustain that body. And he would just see that every day. And to this day, he's still in phenomenal shape, right? Because he shifted his RAS away from being addicted to his struggle towards actually moving the needle forward, right? Moving the needle forward in life, moving the chains in life, right? To use a football analogy, you want to constantly be moving the chains forward. That's all I'm going to say for today's coaching video. I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is Matt Cross, Alpha Male Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Really helps me out a ton when you guys subscribe, okay? Because YouTube is constantly changing their algorithm, and they're constantly unsubscribing people from channels like mine in particular, because they don't like what I'm teaching you guys. They don't like that I'm teaching you guys how to be better men, right? Please make sure you subscribe to my channel, and also share my coaching videos with your buddies and like-minded friends and like-minded coworkers and family members, so we could really start creating a movement here and getting more guys on board and getting more guys red-pilled and unplugging more guys from the blue pill matrix. It helps everybody out when you share red pill content like this, when you share coaching videos like mine, okay? And for you guys who want to support my work and support all of this red pill content I'm teaching guys here even further, the best way to do that is by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel, which I am hosting on a private platform away from YouTube. And the reason I'm doing that is to protect my content, okay? In the event that YouTube tries to shut us down, protect my content, protect you guys. Right now, the first month is only $1, so it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium Alpha Male content from me. So take advantage of it. You're gonna learn a ton. You're gonna learn about health, fitness, dating advice even. We're gonna be diving into all those things, helping you to become a better man, a more masculine man, and of course more alpha in today's highly feminized, highly competitive, emasculated, and pussified world, right? So you're gonna gain a lot of value from it. And again, the first month is only $1, okay? And I'm only charging $1 for the first month because I really want you to check it out. I want you to see it for yourself and see what it's about before you make a larger investment in anything. You know, whether it's any of my programs or if you continue on with the program. I want you to check it out for yourself. Get signed up, it's only $1. Click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.